Welcome to the AM News now. And a devastating fire has swept through a cluster of mechanic shops at Sofoline in the Kwadaso municipality of the Ashanti region on Sunday night, causing extensive damage to property and livelihoods. The blaze, which broke out around 7 p.m. last night, razed more than 100 vehicles, numerous engines, and large quantities of upholstery materials, leaving shop owners and workers counting heavy losses. The cause of the fire officially remains unknown, but some artisans are attributing it to someone who was burning refuse in the area. We'll bring you more of that in our subsequent bulletins. But family of a 3-year-old girl are appealing to the general public for immediate assistance in locating their daughter, who was picked up from Konongo Roman Catholic Basic School A by an unknown woman around 3 p.m. on Thursday, January 22, 2026. She was last seen wearing a green and white school uniform. The family says although the Konongo police have been formally notified, they have not yet seen significant progress or urgency in their search efforts. They are pleading with the community and the nation at large to help find her. They say every minute counts and are relying on the eyes and ears of the public. Now, if you have seen her or have any information, please contact 0243 87 5206, 0243 87 5206, or 0541 81 70 57, 0541 81 70 57. Kindly help us locate this beautiful girl of, the parent. Away from that, President John Mahama says Ghana's economic comeback shocked the International Monetary Fund, admitting he expects a result only after 2 years, not within a single year. He says the stability of the city and the broader improvement in the economy within just 12 months is unprecedented, to the extent that the IMF is now citing Ghana as a possible example for other African countries. The president was speaking as a special guest at the 23rd anniversary and Thanksgiving service of the First Sky Group at the Accra International Conference Center in Accra. We have more in the following report.
Ghana's economic recovery is attracting international attention, with the International Monetary Fund citing the country as a positive example for other African economies. The president says his government will continue to support local companies as part of efforts to boost the nation's gross national product, create jobs, and strengthen the domestic economy. Speaking at the event, President John Mahama said even his administration had been surprised by the pace of the economic rebound. He explained that while government worked to stabilize the economy, the expectation had been that the turnaround would take at least 2 years rather than one.
In my own imagination, I thought that we'll need about 2 years to begin to see a turnaround. That's what I thought. But Ebenezer, this is how far God has brought us. We're all surprised and shocked at the quick turnaround. Anytime I meet the IMF officials and the World Bank officials, they themselves cannot believe, what has happened in Ghana. So Ghana has now become the poster boy, of the IMF and the World Bank.
The president said his administration would continue to support local companies, stressing that firms in the construction sector, including First Sky Construction, remain critical to growing the economy and expanding Ghana's gross national product.
So always when we talk about economy, we talk about GDP. Our GDP has grown, our GDP has grown. No, we must grow our GMP. And the only way we can grow our GMP is to support indigenous companies like First Sky.
Chief Executive Officer of the First Sky Group, Apostle Eric Sede Kotoche, praised the government for granting one of its subsidiaries, First Sky Construction, a role in the Big Push initiative.
We are grateful that under this vision, the First Sky Construction has been entrusted as a partner based on the recognition of capacity and competence. And we say thank you, His Excellency.
He further noted that sustained government support for local enterprises has contributed significantly to the growth of the First Sky Group, which now employs employs more than 6,000 people across the country.
We have grown this far because Ghana chose to believe in the Ghanaian capacity. We have endured because this nation created a space for local enterprise to compete.
The service reflected on First Sky's 23-year journey, tracing its growth from a small local business into a diversified Ghanaian conglomerate with interest in construction, energy, financial services, and logistics, and reaffirmed the group's commitment to job creation and national development. President John Mahama, together with senior government officials and clergy, joined hundreds of staff of the First Sky Group and members of the public at the Accra International Conference Center for the company's 23rd anniversary.
Away from that, the Wa Municipal Chief Executive Alhaji Nura Isi Danwana has issued a strong warning to individuals involved in the illegal drug trade in the Upper West region, urging them to desist or face arrest and prosecution. He says the abuse of opioids and other illicit drugs is destroying the future of many young people in the region and will not be tolerated. The Wa Mayor revealed that several suspected drug peddlers have already been arrested and are currently facing trial in court. He made these remarks at the Seth Jonjo Walk held in Wa. Joining News' Upper West Regional correspondent Rafiq Salam has details of the story.
Over 10,000 people drawn from various youth camps in the region took part in the annual walk codenamed Walk with Jonjo. The Upper West region, for some time now, has hawked headlines for the wrong reasons due to the increasing cases of the abuse of opioids such as tramadol and other illicit drugs. The aim of the walk is to put a lid on the abuse of opioids and other illicit drugs in the region. The walk started at the camp of Jonjo, located at Jengweri, a suburb of Wa, before they spilled into all principal streets in the Wa municipality. For years, it is arguably the biggest outdoor event in the region and lasted for almost 3 hours. Buswan Dombo is the organizing secretary of Jonjo Palace and he threw further light on the walk.
Another year, another Jonjo walk, but this time we are out here to solve a problem, which is drug addiction and substance abuse. We all know that these days it has become a problem in our region and Ghana at large, and we need to fight it. And it's a problem that resonates or resolves within the youth. So we have to fight it. And how do we do it? We first of all have to create awareness, and that is what we are out here to do. After creating the awareness, we'll do what is needful. We consider drug addiction and substance abuse as a national security threat.
This is the 6th year the event is being held in the region, and the numbers over the years kept on ballooning.
Undoubtedly, it is the largest crowd ever in the Upper West region. It is something we started 6 years ago, and we've been doing things to support the community. And when you are doing something that is good, people don't sit waiting for you to come call them. It has become a carnival that we do every year, and the team that we attach every year is what that solves the problem of the people. So anytime we come out to solve problem with a team that resonates with the people, they leave whatever they have behind and then join us to help solve the problems of this region.
The event has the support of the Wa Municipal Assembly, and as a result, its mayor, Alhaji Isano Danwana, was present.
And we are sending a warning to the peddlers, especially those who sell the drugs. We are telling them that we are coming after them. Some of them have been arrested, some are under prosecution. I'm sure the security service are still working tirelessly to ensure that we get a lot of them and we get most of them to be tried.
Alhaji Nura Danwana also spoke about the opening of rehabilitation centers for victims.
We will be setting up rehabilitation centers whereby those who are willing to comply or those who are willing to leave this particular drug abuse will attend to their call to ensure that we provide them with this platform to be able to reform and then be integrated into society.
Upper Senior Commander of the Ghana Prison Service, Alhaji Osman Tassinbedi Esquire, enumerated the disadvantages of the intake of banned substances.
If our youth get into drugs, their future is completely mad. So there's the need to sensitize them, educate them that drug taking is not the best, and that the way is that they should get education. As they will say, grab education or get yourself an employable skill so that you can push Upper West forward push Ghana forward and push Africa forward.
You can see that there are several thousands of participants for this particular event, particularly the youth. They are saying that they want to fight the menace of drug abuse in the Upper West region. Reporting for Joy News, Rafiq Salam. Wow.
Now, following the successful hosting of the 2024 and 2025 National Science and Math Quiz in Cape Coast, Primetime Limited, producers of the competition, have been recognized for projecting the city onto the national spotlight. The recognition was conferred at the 6th Osaberima Royal Award ceremony held in Cape Coast. Speaking after receiving the honor, the Managing Director of Primetime Limited, Nana Ekwia Mensah Bonsu, described the recognition as a major boost and encouragement to raise the bar in future editions of the competition.
I'm humbled, and we also thank God that at least Cape Coast has really recognized what we do, because we've been around for some time, and it's also inspired me to do more than we have done.
For 6 years, the Osaberima Royal Awards, a scheme initiated by the Ogwamanhen Osaberima Dr. Kwesiata II, has recognized excellence across various fields, including media and education, acknowledging the contributions of distinguished individuals to the development of Cape Coast and the Ogwa traditional area. According to the Omanhen, the initiative is designed for the development and growth of Cape Coast. Although I am headlining this award scheme, it is not for me but for the benefit of Cape Coast, its development and growth. In times past, Gold Coast meant Cape Coast. Today, the name Cape Coast is almost lost, and it is up to us to restore its glory. We have started, so let's collaborate to lift Cape Coast up, and we pray for God's strength to do so.
Until time when there shall be no more.
Primetime Limited was recognized for hosting the National Science and Math Quiz in Cape Coast, and the Managing Director, Nana Ekwia Mensah Bonsu, highlights the impact of the recognition.
Well, of course, I was really excited. I mean, this is my first time here at this awards. I know this is the 6th one that we've had, and to have your work recognized and appreciated, it's a blessing, and it's a great feeling to know that people appreciate what we do. I take every opportunity I get to thank my team and my sponsors, because it's when all these groups come together that we are able to have the quiz and have a successful one. So I'd like to say a huge thank you to Osaberima Dr. Kwesiata II and the Ogwa Traditional Council for this honor done me and Primetime Limited. With Sumana Enterprise, we are really appreciative. They gave prizes to the students and to the schools to encourage them to do well, to appreciate their efforts and to encourage them.
The Western Regional Director of Education, Emmanuel Isuman, was also awarded for his efforts during the quiz competition.
It's a great honor done. And I've been saying that hard work pays. Whatever you are doing, just concentrate that you are doing for the interests of the learner, not yourself. And definitely, man will recognize whatever you are doing. And today, I never knew. I was here 2023 and reposted 2025. But lo and behold, I was called to come and receive this Royal Award. It's an honor.
Elizabeth Obese, the founder of the Daniel Linto Obese Foundation, also shared her thoughts after the foundation was recognized for its social impacts in Cape Coast.
It is very good. Recognizing the efforts of people encourages others to also do same. And it encourages you, the awardee, to also work hard to improve whatever you are doing.
From Cape Coast, Abigail Lisal Nkrumah reports for Joy News.
Well, let's do business market updates now. And Governor of the Bank of Ghana, Dr. Johnson Esiama, has maintained that effective regulation and enforcement in the banking and financial sectors cannot be achieved by regulators alone. He has therefore argued that there is a need for strong collaboration with all players across the ecosystem to achieve this vision. The governor made this known at the launch of the National Virtual Assets Literacy Initiative, codenamed Navali.
And innovation in the virtual asset space continues to evolve. Education and awareness must remain central to our regulatory approach. And No Valley represents a proactive and collaborative effort to ensure that innovation progresses responsibly with due regard to consumer protection, market integrity, and financial stability.
Now, the Chartered Institute of Human Resource Management urged business owners to invest in developing their workers' skills to remain relevant in an AI-driven economy. This call comes amid concerns that artificial intelligence could lead to rising unemployment in Ghana. Speaking to Joy Business, former president of the Chartered Institute of Human Resource Management, Dr. Edward Kwapong, emphasized that businesses must prioritize upskilling and reskilling their employees to leverage AI opportunities and mitigate job displacement.
Obviously, digital skills are very important. Converting raw data into processed data for decision making. Yes, we should start training people to learn the import of AI. AI essentially mimics the human brain in operating and giving solutions, and therefore you should try to encourage people to move into the digital space, understand analytics, and help reduce or perhaps make production more efficient and precise. We should first and foremost seek to know the areas that AI can easily be deployed. And once we have identified those areas, then we prepare the minds of those holding positions now who will know the possible impact of AI on their jobs.
And that's how we wrap up the business update and also the AM news. Up next is AM Sports. Do stay on.